What's shaking bacons? I heard on Reddit, because as you guys know, I am a Reddit prequel memes lurker. There's been a couple interesting announcements made at E3. One of them is more information about the Jedi Fallen Order video game, and the other is some information about Lego Star Wars, and it sounds like it's something I've hoped for a while. So let's watch the trailers that released and let's see what my thoughts are. I'll give a review and my impressions and things like that. So let's start with the Jedi Fallen Order. And this should, I think, be a new trailer, not the same that I saw last time. So let's check it out and see what we got here. It's a cute droid. Here he goes. Oh, this is so reminiscent of Dagobah. This is looking, I mean, I am impressed by the graphics, that's for sure. I just hope that they invest as much into the story as the... Saw Gerrera? Ooh! Oh, man. Okay, so if you can actually control the way you're using your weapons. So, is it just me, or is all the actions kind of seem floaty, like they're not making full contact? Oh, this is looking pretty cool though. It's really interesting to see Saw in here. You guys know how much I love Rogue One. It's a lot of Matrixy slow-mo cuts, like fights sequences here. Am I a dork for getting chills when they started ramping up the music? Am I just a super dork right now? That's okay. Why does Star Wars always need like a special robot sidekick pet friend? It is really interesting to see Saw Gerrera popping up into this. I genuinely hope that this is not just another souped up video game trailer where it's just like, wow, look at all the fancy gameplay, and it's all completely scripted the way Anthem was. As soon as I saw the Anthem trailer release before it came out, I was like, I think that's scripted. I don't think that that's actually what it's going to be. This story, especially if it incorporates Saw Gerrera, is going to be incredibly interesting. You guys know how obsessed I am with Rogue One, and I am happy to see more of Saw Gerrera's story, and I am really happy to see more of the fight, especially immediately right after, you know, the fall of the Republic. This is really going to be an intriguing storyline. I hope. I definitely, despite myself, am getting hyped for this game. It looks like it could be great. It has a lot of potential. I just hope that it's not so much, like I mentioned earlier briefly, I hope it's not so much that the focus is purely on like, oh, we gotta make it look great, we gotta hit those graphics. I would rather have the graphics suffer personally and have an amazing storyline, an amazing action, and have an amazing combat UE than focus so much on the graphics. But if they can hit all of them on the head, that would be incredible. I think that this tentatively might be really great as long as EA stays true to what they said and there's no microtransactions or some other kind of loophole that they may find, because I do not trust EA, period. I don't trust any large corporate entity at this point, and I definitely don't trust EA. I don't believe what they have to say. If they can find a way to monetize every single aspect of this game without technically calling it microtransactions, I feel like they might. I don't think I would be as upset if it was like we get the full game like we used to, and then they release an extended, larger DLC. I think that model used to work really well. I think a great example is, even though I personally could not super get into The Witcher 3. A great example is The Witcher 3. You have an entire game and then you had a separate, fully rounded out and fleshed out released DLC. I think Dragon Age is another great example of fully fleshed out DLC. And that's the kind of DLC, and like with Mass Effect, not Andromeda, but the original trilogy, that's the kind of DLC I don't mind paying extra for the studio to develop and I can experience afterwards. And if that is the take that they are moving towards with this, I am 100% on board. And I missed it. I'm just going to click back through here and check. Is this just an Xbox One exclusive? I really hope it's not. Okay, it's not. Thank God. It's going to be available on PC. It's coming out November 15th. Oh, thank God. I am pumped. I will wait. I don't know. There are very few games I get at release because games have to work through bugs, and lately they've been so patchy, but oh no, I might be tempted by this one. I don't know. Okay. The next trailer we're going to talk about is Lego Star Wars. I love Lego Star Wars. When I still had the time to stream, you guys played through Lego Star Wars with me, and I have said for years now that I wish they would remake the entire series of Lego Star Wars. I heard hints on prequel memes on Reddit that they may have done just that. So I found the trailer. I have not yet seen it, just like I hadn't seen the trailer we just watched for Jedi Fallen Order. Let's watch this one as well and see what they are going to release. World premiere. Let's do it. Do it. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Oh, these are already Lego. That's actually really... Oh, that looks really good. So it looks like it's kind of hinting that it's going to be all of them, which is what I was hoping. Look at the texture on the Legos. Yeah, I have the same reaction, Ray. So are they are all doing it. It's all there. Oh my God. I am so excited for all 9 Lego games. I can't even tell you, when I started to play Force Awakens before I had to stop streaming, I was blown away with the remade level that they included at the beginning of that game from one of the classic original trilogies. And just the new combat mechanics, you know, they've got like duck and cover, and they've got really interesting UE integrations now. And I was playing it and I was like, holy cow, this is amazing. I think it was... I think it might have been not the Battle of Kashyyyk. What was it? I can't remember. It wasn't Hoth. I can't remember the level it was. Whatever the level it was fantastic. And I remember playing it and I was like, please let them do the whole, redo the series like this, because I love the Lego Star Wars games with such a deep passion in my heart. Those games are not just for kids. If you have never played a Lego video game, you owe it to yourself, if you like gaming, to give it a shot, because they're not hard enough that they're gonna like destroy you if you're not a great gamer. I mean, I'm certainly not a great gamer. I love playing video games, but I am not like, I could never compete with anyone. I could never speedrun. Well, I mean, never say never. I could make an attempt. That doesn't mean I'd be great at it. And I'm definitely not like an aces gamer. But they are a wonderful, wonderful way to experience the story, and I absolutely love all the Lego games. I have most of them, including like the Marvel ones and like the DC Universe ones, and I have the Incredibles one, I have the Star Wars, the Jurassic Park, I have the Harry Potter ones. I absolutely adore Lego, and Lego Star Wars has such a soft place in my heart because they were not only the first Lego games I played, but I love Star Wars. You guys know I'm a huge Star Wars person and science fiction person, and I am pumped to see that they are remaking this. I am so freaking excited. It's going to be really interesting. You know, sometimes when a company does a remaster, I'm kind of like, you you know, you could have taken the time and spent that money and time on something else, but some things are just really classic and they deserve to be given that treatment, and I think that this is one of them, and I cannot wait to get this. This might actually be a game that I get when it's released, and like I just told you earlier, I don't often do that. I think actually, I'm pretty sure the only game I have ever purchased on release previously was Dragon Age Inquisition, because as much as I love Mass Effect and as much as I love BioShock, as much as I love them, I have never purchased a game on its release date other than Dragon Age Inquisition, because Dragon Age Inquisition is my all-time favorite video game series, from the original game all the way to Inquisition. And so I am desperately hoping that they do not screw up Dragon Age 4. I am terrified, especially after the news about BioWare being the one to really mess up Anthem the way that they did. And I mean, I'm not surprised, because their specialty is not in multiplayer games. Their specialty is in role-playing single-player games. So they were really kind of out of their territory with that, and they don't have a lot of the original kind of crew working on things, and there's a lot of mismanagement going on there. I think the Kotaku article on it was really great, and I mean, at this point, that's old news, but I am really concerned that BioWare is going to mess up that game. But we're not talking about that game. I just went completely off on a tangent. There are very few games, the point is, that I buy on release. Previously, there's only been one game, and I didn't even technically buy it. I got it as a gift. So this one, however, I might get this one on its release day. I am pumped for this. And I don't know that I'll have the time to stream it, but I will try and at least record myself playing it. The problem is, I've mentioned to you guys, I miss streaming. I miss hanging out with you guys so much. The problem is I work sometimes about 50 or more hours a week. Like this past Friday, I worked till after 9:30 at night. So I'm incredibly swamped. And it's not that I don't want to stream. It's more like I'm having problems finding the time. But this is not coming out until what, like 2020, I think. So if my schedule starts kind of getting easier, maybe I will have the time and I will do my best to stream a playthrough of the new Lego Star Wars. That would be really fun. I think I'm going to try and do that. I'll try and make the time for that. I think that'll be really cool. So I'm stoked for that. I am very optimistic for Jedi Fallen Order, and I hope I don't jinx Jedi Fallen Order by being too optimistic. Normally I like to call myself a realist, but maybe I'm more of a pessimist, because I'm like, if I expect the worst and the worst happens, at least I won't be overly disappointed. And I'm kind of feeling the hype here a little bit, so I'm hoping I don't get disappointed too much. What do you guys think? Do you think that EA is going to manage to produce like a quality game for us with this? Through Respawn, I'm starting to have faith. Again, I don't want to get too optimistic, but who else is absolutely pumped for Lego Star Wars? The remaster. Again, I don't normally get excited for those. I am freaking stoked. Let me know in the comments below, and I hope you guys are having an amazing week so far. I will catch you later.